Good morning, family.
Hey,
And this is Empress Jack Rabbit.
Tory Boo 151.
And we are doing an early morning. It is early, too, for us, too. It's just 10:20. I've got to go back to school. But it is early morning catfish. We usually do it. We would have did it last night, but we just were brain fried
We were
last night.
brain fried and we got caught up talking to friends and stuff.
Yep, friends and family. So, catfish, interesting one. This is about Blair and Markie.
Yeah.
And they met on Instagram, which is kind of weird because I never really reach out to any Instagram people.
No.
I might make little comments and stuff, but, I'm not trying to be anybody's best friend or start a relationship there.
Not really. And we follow mostly YouTubers and some celebrities. We don't really follow our personal friends.
Not too much. So anyways, they met on Instagram, and at this time, Blair is the one with the short hair. This is two girls. Blair had it out with her parents, and they weren't getting along, and obviously she wasn't following the house rules and regulations or being too lippy or whatever. And her parents straight kick her out with just the clothes on her back. So she has a friend who's got a car, and she starts by living off in this car. Oh yeah, we're back in Texas, probably. We're in San Antonio, Texas. So she starts living in this car, and she meets Markie.
Yeah, she meets Markie on Instagram, starts looking at her pictures and starts reaching out to her. And they start having regular conversations. And they get cool for a minute. They do the catfish thing. We're texting and calling every night. And again, with the game plan, she doesn't want to Skype, doesn't want to meet.
Right.
Then they did have a date to meet, but then all of a sudden they say
no.
She's
Actually, Blair had found a job.
Yeah.
And she found a job and saved up her pennies, and she bought a plane ticket for Markie to come to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Markie is in Fresno, California. Blair is in New York. What part of New York, we don't know, because we meet her in San Antonio, Texas.
Right.
And on the day that she's supposed to come, all of a sudden there is a Facebook book writing on there saying, "Have you seen Markie? She's missing. We haven't seen her." The next day it still goes on. "Please let us know anything that you know about Markie.
Right.
She's been kidnapped." Okay, we're like, what? Kidnapped?
Right.
Okay, so then a few days later, they end up, she's fine. She doesn't put on Facebook where she been or anything, and she doesn't really respond to Blair as far as Blair asking her where she been, but she says she's back and she's fine.
So we get to meet Blair a little bit. She tells her background, her story, and stuff like that, and what's been going on with her and Blair. So they get to searching pictures and kind of find out she's legit. She's not a fake person, Markie. She's not fake or anything like that. But they're wondering, okay, who knows this girl? Is she still kidnapped? Are the police still looking for her? Because she had wrote that on the page. So they call a couple classmates because come find out she's a high schooler, a senior. So they call a couple classmates. One was an ex, and he just basically told them that she was a habitual liar, and she lied about everything to him. And the other one let them know that she got suspended from school for bringing a switchblade,
and that she was sometimes known to get in trouble at school.
Right.
So they go back with that information to Blair to let her know this is what you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. They show her some crazy posts, a crazy post that Markie puts up on Facebook, and it says that I'm crazy and I've done things that I couldn't even talk about. And it's like hashtag crazy, hashtag troubled, hashtag insane, all these hashtag stuff. So they decide, because this is Catfish, to call Markie. Mm-hmm. And of course, Neve calls Markie, and he starts telling her that Blair, he's there with Blair, and she's surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
And she says that Blair wants to meet you, and he knew about the New York thing and the kidnapping and all of that. They don't tell her anything about what people have said about her. Mm-hmm. Of course, initially she's hesitant. She doesn't want to do it. She's got so many problems. She got to deal with her family and her emotions and things like that.
Right.
And of course, you don't need. He pleads to her compassion and says that Blair's going through a lot of things too. And she told us that you're the one that lifted her up. because evidently Blair was thinking about committing suicide. She lived by this bridge, and she would always watch the traffic, and she had decided to walk into traffic. And Markie, just soon as she would ever think that, Markie would call
Right.
and rescue her. So Blair felt she really owed Markie a lot for saving her life.
Really?
So eventually, Markie says, "Okay, we'll meet. That's fine." So then they fly out to Fresno.
They fly out to Fresno, and when they get dressed and stuff like that, they call Markie to let her know where we're going to meet and all that. And of course, she's not answering the phone.
And then she says, "And oh, don't leave a voicemail because I'm probably not even going to listen to it."
Yeah,
And at
like,
that point,
dang.
Max was like over the moon, like, "What?"
Like, excuse you?
Right, right. Oh, in the middle too, by the way, Blair is living with a chick that she also met on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not in the car anymore. They live in a motel, and this girl mother is in town because she had said she's gonna take the baby to the mother house. The girl has a baby with her, a little cute mixed baby. It's not her baby; it's her cousin.
Right.
And she's had the baby, this little girl, since it was 3 months old.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they get to Fresno, like she said. They call Markie, they get voicemail. So then they go check on see how Blair's doing. Then they ask Blair, did they text or anything? And it was real light text, saying, because Markie, she wrote Markie and said that we're here. And Markie was like, yay. And so they tell her to call her, and she does, and it's voicemail again. Now, of course, they're both, Neve and Max, are pissed because it's like, that we're here.
Right, we're here, and we flew out for you, and you said you was going to meet us.
Mm-hmm.
So Neve was like, you know what? Let's take a ride out. Let's go find where this place is because they have her address, and let's go do that. But on the extra side, they're out there driving, and Max comes up with the idea to track her down via the phone.
Right, but the reason they do that is because they ride by the address that it was attached to the phone number she had, and it was a mall.
Yeah, we're like, she doesn't live here. So they track her down by pictures. I guess that's the new thing now. You can take pictures, and the computer will know where you're at. So they found out her house address, and they went there. Nobody was there at first, but a red truck came pulling up as soon as they were out there. The cameras stuff were out there already.
And Blair recognized that truck and said, "Oh, that's her dad."
Mm-hmm.
So they go up to the door. It's like a gate that's around the front of the door.
Yeah. With
spikes on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they ring the bell, and it actually, they kind of clip. It kind of the scene kind of skips.
Yeah.
And we find now that Neve is at the door. And he's actually getting ready to walk away, and then someone opens the door, and he jump out his skin. Right. It was the first time I ever saw Neve jump.
He jumped. We jumped too, because it was like out of the blue. As soon as we walked in, he opened the door. Like, oh.
Right, that was funny. So he it ends up being Markie's dad, this little man. I'm like, oh, he's Mexican. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure what's up with that.
Right.
And he says that he saw her yesterday. He hadn't seen her all day. She hasn't been back. So now they're really upset and they're disappointed, and they drive away, and they leave a message for Markie. Blair does, saying that we've been here at your house,
right? We're
but
for you.
Right, we're not hanging around for this. Enough games.
Right.
And Neve convinces them, let's go sit at this neighborhood park. Let's cool out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give her some time, right, and see what happens. So about 20 minutes later, Markie calls.
Yeah, she calls. She's like, oh, hey, I just got back from friends and stuff, and I'm here now. You want to meet up? And they're like, oh, we're at the park. She's like, okay, I'll meet up where you are. She was like blasé. She wasn't apologetic or no remorse.
Excuse. And child, 45 minutes later,
here she
comes to the park. I'm like, what? Really? She gets out the car, and it's her. It's actually her. She's just a little thicker. Mm-hmm. And she never apologizes. She never explains or whatever. So she sits down at the table with them. And, they ask her a little bit about things that people have said, that she's a liar, and the pocket knife and the suspensions. And
right.
And so Neve brings up about the kidnapping.
Yeah, and she tells this ridiculous story that some man took her to New York and told her she was...
No, not some man took her to New York.
No, to the mountains, right?
He took her to the mountains. This is what happened. She had a dream about New York, and this is what Markie said. She had a dream, and that she went to New York, and she died. So she goes and tells some man. We don't know who this man is.
No.
She says she can't reveal that. That's private, confidential information. Like, bitch, please. So she tells him, and she trusts in him so much, she goes with him away to the mountains.
Right.
And Blair's like, what? Okay, you can call me to tell me that you're scared,
Right.
or that you're not coming. Because she said, I used every last penny I had on that ticket, and you never showed up.
Right.
So all of a sudden, Markie goes, hi, I'm Markie. And she puts her hand out to shake with Blair, and they shake. And I want to be your friend, and I love you, and I want us to be together.
Like, oh, I'm psychotic.
Right, I'm psychotic, and I want to be your friend, and I'm in love with you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And baby, for the first time, Neve done jumped out of his
on her. We swore we thought it was gonna be the regular.
It was like his body was there, and he had jumped out into a new person.
Really, because Max is the one that gets angry.
Right, he went in on her in a way we haven't seen before.
No,
he was like, "Stop it, no." This is all lies. This is the game that you play. You are smooth.
Right.
And you know exactly what to say and what people want to hear.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit up here today and have you try to blow her mind, basically, and then walk on away. Right. While she's feeling like she's walking on air, only be disappointed. He said, not today. Right. I'm like, no, then. No.
He really did.
Right. So now, we're really looking at her sideways like, what's your real story?
Right.
And so the guys are so pissed off, they get up and they just walk away from the table.
Right.
And they leave those two there to talk it out.
Yeah, they over there chit-chatting, and still she kind of sticking to the story semi, but then she does kind of say, yeah, okay, I'm a liar. Mm-hmm. Yes, I've lied to you on multiple occasions. And we see that Blair, she's not as crazy as we think she is. She's like, I cannot have nobody that's stable in my life. I need, that's unstable, and I cannot have that type of person in my life. You need to stop lying to me. Because you lying to me, and you telling me stories, and other people are telling me you're a liar. What's going on?
And that's the truth. She has been kicked out of her home with the clothes on her back. She's had to scrape and grovel and everything else to try to make it. She's trying to be there for this other girl, her friend, which is just her friend, Tara, and Tara's little baby that she's taking care of. And she's doing a lot of things that are adult-like without being an adult. So the last thing that she needs is this chick stepping up, trying to play games and trying to blow her mind.
Right.
And
the girl has a girlfriend, come to find out.
She does have another girlfriend. So I don't even know why she was saying that. Markie.
Yeah.
So Blair says to her, you know what? Unless you can be honest with me and talk to me honestly, then let's don't even bother. He said, I don't have the time for it. I'm not here for it.
No.
And you know what? I felt good for her.
I did too.
You could see that from wherever their conversations were, or how long ago. I don't know if it was a year or 2 years or 6 months. They didn't say. She's grown tremendously, and she's not here for the game. She's not here for it.
No.
So they end up finishing their chat, and then they walk away.
Yeah, and we do the aftermath, and Markie's got some help for some therapy.
And you know what was good, though? Because when Markie went to hug her, Blair gave her the side hug.
Yeah, she was not embracing her in any kind of way. She was really like, you know what?
Yeah, because Markie showed us, and Blair, most importantly, she had no respect for her.
None.
And Blair is at this place that's transitioning from I don't have respect for myself to I am gaining respect for myself. Right. And she wasn't here for the bullshit. She wasn't going to be taken in with the okie doke.
Nope.
And with the help of Max and Neve intervening in that crap that girl was saying, it was like, nah, not really.
Playing me today. No, but they say Markie got some psychological help. She's in therapy and stuff. And
maybe. Because we can't believe none of Markie say. And I'm telling you can't believe none she say.
Maybe.
If she say the sky's blue, baby, you better go look out the window.
Really. But Blair, she's doing great. Said she moved to Florida with her new girlfriend that she has, and she's gaining legal custody of the little baby from her friend.
Tara's little baby. Her and Tara are... Well, she was kind of saying like maybe sort of split up, Well,
Yeah.
she didn't want to really say it like that because they weren't in a relationship, but they're not hanging or not cool like they used to be.
Right.
And she's going to be in Florida and having custody of the baby. Markie, like you said, is supposed to be in therapy and right, and all of that. And we don't know if any of that is true in terms of Markie, because after meeting her and seeing what a liar she was, and who the fuck gonna believe that somebody went up to the mountains in California with a strange man and all of that. So
she's left a bad taste.
And this is the killing thing. When she told that story, what's my jig? Blair said, "Well, why you didn't call me and tell me this dream and all that?" Right. That man didn't want me to call.
Yeah, he didn't want nothing to do with you.
He didn't want nothing to do with you. He didn't want to speak to you, and he told me not to speak to you.
Right, I got to speak to him.
Right. And he don't know me or anything else. Stop. Let me meet this man.
Really.
So, anyways, that's how it ended, folks. They they're in touch. They talk, according to Markie, they talk almost every day. And it's more where Blair was at a point where she wanted to be in a family.
Right. Not just a fling or just a Twitter love thing.
Right. She wanted to be...
She wanted
a real relationship, right? Something stable and solid and something good. And she said that she was glad to find everything out because her weight got off her shoulders.
Yep.
And she felt alive and she felt happy. And I felt happy for her.
I did too.
I really did. I think that nobody should treat anybody shitty, shoddy, or anything like that. And if you're all for the games, then do that. But see, Blair didn't understand that Markie is a high schooler.
Right.
So when she met her, she was a junior in high school. Right. And now she's a senior. Talking about she can go to DeVry University. I'm sorry if anybody goes to DeVry, but anyways.
Right, you're just like...
But it was a kid. Here is a kid, and here's somebody that's grown or semi-grown and wanted more out of a relationship than this child could possibly have given her. Right. So, good for them to go their separate way or distance themselves more and more. Definitely. And with Blair in Florida, Markie in California, I don't know if they're going to talk that much anymore.
I don't think so. It's a pretty long distance.
Yeah, because Blair was more so when they asked her aftermath, she was like, yeah, we talk here and there, but I'm really focused on doing this, that, and the third. She got a job, an apartment, going to have this baby. And anybody with any young children know your hands are so full, you don't have time to sit up and Skype all day and all night. So I hope she's good with that baby. Anyways, thanks guys. That's Catfish. If you like, thumbs up,
comment,
subscribe.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Good morning.